The most incredible homes in the world 2021. Hello lovely YouTube family, welcome back to the Luxury Kingdom. Before we start, I would like you to hit that red subscribe button so that you never miss out on any of our videos. The world is full of creative minds capable of changing our perceptions of even the most basic of things, such as a house. We all seen some interesting houses in our lives, but nothing compares to the insane houses we're about to show you. Let's get started. Number 7. The Pole House, Australia. This house is both dramatic and simple. The Pole House, designed and built by F2 Architecture, overlooks the Great Ocean Road in Australia and take advantage of its locations and spectacular views in an unusual way. It was built on a steep hillside, which obviously presented a challenge. The architects devised the most enticing solutions. They built a concrete platform on top of a 13-meter high pylon and placed the house on top of that. They emphasized the views by elevating it in this manner, but they were met with a second challenge. There was no way to comfortably access the house. To address this issue, the architects constructed a narrow concrete bridge that connects the house to the hillside. Number 6. The Steel House, Texas. This is not a house, but rather a massive work of art. The Steel House, located 20 minutes outside of Lubbock, Texas, is not your typical house. You'll understand why once you learn its backstory. It all began in 1973 when eccentric sculptor Robert Bruno began this project. From then until his death in 2008, he worked on this incredible project entirely by hand, with no outside assistance. The house has an unusual shape that could be interpreted in a variety of ways. Some think of it like a UFO, while other things it looks more like a massive insect. And still other things it looks like a Star Wars AT-AT walkers. Number 5. The Slide House, Japan. In this case, the name pretty much says it all. The Slide House is one of the most fun and playful homes available, and yet its design is surprisingly simple and common. Save for the 3-story long slide that is an integral part of the structure. It runs around the entire inner perimeter of the rounded corner building. Level architects designed this beautiful home, which was completed in 2009. It was difficult to figure out all of the details, such as the proper slope angle and the best materials for the slide, but it all worked out in the end. Number 4. The PAS House, California. A skateboarder's dreams has come true. The bizarre design of the PAS house in Malibu, California is the result of a collaboration between Francois Perrin, Gilles Lebon de la Pointe, and their client, pro skater and former world champion Pierre-André Sénézerquez. It's the structure that can be used for both skating and living. The interior is divided into 3 major zones, one of which is a skateboard practice area. Of course, you can skate on almost anything, including the walls, ceiling, and even the furniture. Nothing is off limit in this place. Number 3. The Seashell House, Mexico City. Have you ever wished you could live in a seashell like a hermit crabs? We'd like to think it will be like living in this insane house in Mexico that resembles a giant seashell. Javier Senosian designed the house, drawing inspirations from the Nautilus. Of course, the shell was stylized slightly, and its form and design were adapted and translated into this incredible architectural jewel. The project was finished in 2016, and one of the most noticeable features, aside from the obvious shape of the house, is that wonderful wall of colored mosaic that created the most exquisite rainbow effect. Number 2. The Flintstone-style house, California. Since we're imagining what it's like to live in all kinds of crazy houses, we'd be amiss if we didn't mention this extraordinary retreat from Malibu, California. This is what the Flintstones' house would look like if they lived today. Everything about this house appears to be made of stone with unchiseled and uneven surface, lines and angles that are never perfectly straight, and an overall organic feel. The interior consists of a single large room. Number 1. The Carrot House, Poland. This structure is known as the world's skinniest house, and for good reason. It is only 122 centimeters wide at its widest point. This unusual structure can be found in Warsaw, Poland, wedged between 2 existing buildings. The project began with an idea presented by architect Jakub Szczesny at a Wola Art Festival in 2009. 3 years later, that idea became this installation, which will serve as a temporary home for traveling riders indefinitely. The house has no windows, but is semi-transparent and has a white interior, making it appear much larger than it is. And with that being said, it's time to end our video. Which of these homes do you like? Let us know in the comments. Like this video and make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos like this. We'll see you in the next video.